Hello, everybody. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the chi-square independence test in Rguroo. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and we'll get started. So here's our first example. So we're looking to determine whether having a college degree is dependent on gender. And so we sampled 200 people and asked them their gender and whether they have a college degree, and the data is in this table. So we're looking to see here whether two variables are independent or dependent. So our null is going to be the two variables are independent. So gender and having a college degree are independent. And the alternative is going to be the two variables are dependent. So gender and having a college degree are dependent. So now let's go to Rguroo and enter everything in here. So we're going to go to data, data import, create new table. So to add a row, you can hit this button. To add a column, you can hit this button. So if we look at our table, we're not looking at the totals. We're just looking at the main numbers in here. We have 2 rows and 2 columns. So I'm going to add one more column, one more row. To put the titles here, you can click on that and type it in the box up here. So that was female and the other one was male. This here is going to be female. This one here is going to be male. And then to put titles over here, you can double click and type it in there. So has college degree and does not have college degree. And then put the numbers in the boxes here. So remember, we're excluding the total. So 42, 45, 66, and 47. And then you have to put your row label here, which was having a college degree. That's your row variable. And then your column variable was gender. And then you can save it as whatever you want. So I'll just call it gender and college degree, and then hit save. And then to conduct the test, you're going to go to Analytics, Analysis, Contingency Table. You're going to select the data set and select both variables. It does not matter the order here. And then select var name and frequency, and then check chi-square and enter the significance level here, which was 0.05, so that's fine. And hit the eyeball. And here's the p-value, and this is the test statistic if you're ever asked for that. So that p-value 0.154 is higher than our significance level 0.05. So that means we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. If we fail to reject, that means we don't have sufficient evidence that HA is true. So we don't have sufficient evidence to conclude that gender and having a college degree are dependent. Okay, let's do another one. So we're looking to determine whether age has an impact on income level. So has an impact and dependent mean kind of the same thing. So we have our table here, significance level is 0.1. So our two variables here are age and income level. So the nulls at age and income level are independent. The alternative is that age and income level are dependent. So let's go to Rguroo and enter all this in here. So in this table, we have 3 rows and 3 columns, excluding the totals. So let me go ahead and get rid of this stuff here. Right click and delete my data set here. Okay. And then data import, create new table. So I want 3 columns and 3 rows, like I said. And then up here, I'll type my column titles. So 18 to 30, 31 to 50, and 51 or more. So this one is 18 to 30 years old. This one is 31 to 50 years old. This one's 51 or more years old. And then less than 50,000, 50,000 to 100,000, and more than 100,000. So these are income. So double click to put the titles in there. So less than $50,000. And then this one will be 50,000 to $100,000. And then more than $100,000. Just be careful to not put extra symbols in there like commas or anything like that, or it will not like that. And then let's put in the numbers here. So 15, 30, 35. Then we have 18, 22, 42, 18, 22, and 42. And then down here we have 26, 14, and 48. All right. And then our row label, so our row variable was income, and our column variable was age. And then I'll just title the data set age and income and save it. All right, so then I'm going to go to analysis, contingency table, select the data set and the two variables. Select var name and frequency, check chi-square. My significance level was 0.1. And then I'm going to hit the eyeball here. So I have a p-value of 0.031. And then this is the test statistic if you're ever asked for that. So that p-value is less than my significance level of 0.1. So that means I'm going to reject the null. If we reject, that means we have sufficient evidence that the HA is true. So we have sufficient evidence to conclude that age and income level are dependent. All right, let's do another one. We're looking to determine whether a political party has an impact on support of a new bill. So we have 300 people that we sampled and asked their political party and whether they support the bill. So our two variables here are political party and support of the bill. So the null is that political party and support of the bill are independent, and the alternative is that political party and support of the bill are dependent. So let's go to our Rguroo, enter everything in here. Click and delete. So we're going to go to data import, import data set to, oops, no, we're not going to do that. Hold on, that is not where we want to be. That's what we do a lot of times, but not for this. Data import, create new table. So this one, looking at it, so we have 2 rows and 3 columns, excluding the totals. Remember, never include the totals. So 2 rows, 3 columns. And then our titles were Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. So you can click on the variable 1 here to put the title in the box. So Democrats, this will be Republicans, this one will be Independents, and then over here we can double click and type in these boxes, the titles. So support bill and do not support bill. And then go ahead and enter all the numbers in here. So 90, 45, and 18, excluding the totals. And then down here, it'll be 42, 92, and 13. And so our row label, so our row variable is support of the bill. And then the column variable is political party. And then you can just save this as political party and bill support, whatever you want to call it, and then save it. And then go to analysis, contingency table, select the data set, select the 2 variables, select var name under frequency, check chi-square. Our significance level is 0.01, and then hit the eyeball, get a p-value of 0. And this is the test statistic if you're asked for that. So that p-value is definitely less than our significance level of 0.01. So that means we're going to reject the null. And if we reject, that means we have sufficient evidence that the HA is true. So we have sufficient evidence to conclude that political party in support of the bill are dependent. All right, last example here. We're looking to determine whether use of Instagram is dependent on the region of the United States the person lives in. We sample 400 people, ask them where they live and whether they use Instagram. Okay. So the non-alternative, so the null is that the region of the United States, so the 2 variables are region of the United States lived in and Instagram use. So the null is that region of the United States lived in and Instagram use are independent. The alternative is that region of the United States lived in and Instagram use are dependent. So let's go to our Rguroo here, enter everything in. Go ahead and close this out here. right click and delete this here. So data import, import the data set, choose the file from your downloads. Nope, I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm used to importing data sets. How about we go to create new table? There we go. Okay, so I have 2 rows and 4 columns here. So 4 columns, excluding the totals, of course. So at the top here, I have northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. So northeast. And once again, you can click on the titles and type in the boxes. And southwest. And then over here, double click in these boxes to put in the row label. So uses Instagram and does not use Instagram. And then let's go ahead and put all the numbers in, excluding the totals. 41, 55, 62, and 34. And the bottom row, 46, 58. And then 66 and 38. And then the row label here is going to be, so our row variables, Instagram use. And our column variable is region. And then you can just save it as region and Instagram use or whatever you want to call it. And then save it. Go to analysis, contingency table, select your data set, select your 2 variables, select the var name, check chi-square, put in your significance level, which was 0.025. Yep. And then hit the eyeball. And if you ever want to save this, you can put a title here and hit save as. My p-value is 0.995, and this is the test statistic if you're ever asked for that. So that p-value is definitely higher than my significance level of 0.025. So that means we're going to fail to reject the null. If we fail to reject, that means we don't have sufficient evidence that the HA is true. So we don't have sufficient evidence to conclude that region of the United States lived in and Instagram use are dependent. And that is it. So that is the chi-square independence test in Rguroo. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.